Now on Sunrise, a warning from a Portland family that lost everything. How a lithium-ion battery caused their apartment to catch fire. Plus, the Boeing strike enters its third day. Why analysts say the company needs to act fast to get it resolved. Your news starts now. Good morning, and thanks for joining us today on this Sunday. I'm Libby Dowsett with Daisy. Welcome back with your forecast for you today.
Yeah, are you wondering what the day is going to look like?
Yes, it looks nice, so I have high expectations.
Yes, yeah, and Mother Nature is giving us a little bit of a treat because we're actually going to be a little bit drier today and a little bit more sunshine, giving you a look at the satellite and radar. That's going to be the case for us. There is still potential for parts of the I-5 corridor and, of course, as you can see here, parts of the coastline to see more of those light scattered showers. But moving over to the eastern portion of our state, you can see there are a few bands of showers that are headed their way and will continue for at least these next few hours. But zooming in a little bit closer, Tillamook, as of this morning, is the only city off of the coast that has seen any measurable amount of rain. 54 degrees in the Rose City. Yes, a bit cloudy in some areas. The rest of our current temperatures right now, check it out. 54 degrees for Troutdale, 51 for Westland, 50 down in Sherwood. Also those 50s, low 50s up and down the Oregon coast, the upper 50s for parts of the gorge, including the Dalles. Portland, we're expected to hit 70 degrees today, 69 for Vancouver and 68 degrees for Longview after the chance for us to see some morning showers to mostly dry conditions and then increasing sunshine. Libby, back to you.
All right, Daisy, thank you. This morning, Portland detectives are searching for the suspect or suspects who shot someone in North Portland. Officers responded to the scene near North Clarendon Avenue and Columbia Boulevard at about 7:20 last night. That's when they found the victim, who was taken to the hospital. Their condition is unknown. In Linn County, police shot and killed a man following an armed standoff. It happened just before 12:45 Saturday morning on Shamanic Bridge near the town of Scioto. Deputies were responding to a report of a pedestrian struck by a vehicle. When they got there, they found the driver armed. The Linn County Sheriff's Office says he ignored commands and fired his weapon before they were forced to open fire. The Oregon State Police is now investigating. The pedestrian in the initial crash suffered only a minor injury. Two separate fires in Portland Thursday, both caused by rechargeable lithium-ion batteries, that is. At the end of it, Portland Fire and Rescue says nearly a dozen people were forced out of their homes. Celine Stevens spoke with one family who was displaced after one of those fires caused them to lose everything.
I just kept slipping and falling just because of the panic. I wasn't totally awake. I thought it was a dream. It was devastating.
Joshua Hegel and his family lost almost everything but each other due to a fire that started just before midnight on September 12th. Hegel says he was asleep when his brother-in-law, who was spending the night, woke him up, warning him of the fire.
That scooter was what was on blaze, and there was 2 propane tanks behind it, and that's why I jumped so quick to start putting it out. They could have combusted at any time.
Hegel also had his 2 teenagers in the home, as well as his girlfriend and a dog, who are all physically okay. So this is where Hegel says the fire started, with this electric scooter powered by a lithium battery. He says it hasn't been charged in months, yet somehow caught fire, leading to a blaze that spread over this entire backyard and then went all the way up to the attic.
It's overwhelming to even be in this apartment after all of this. It's hard.
The fire also spread to the neighbor's unit, which happens to also be the home of Hegel's brother-in-law's family. Now, 8 people at the complex are without a permanent place to stay.
Financially, we're not able to help with large amounts of money to get them back on their feet and get them the shelter and the clothing and everything that they need.
Hegel's sister, Crystal Forrest, started a GoFundMe to try and get help. They both say whatever anyone can give helps, including things like clothes, bedding, and food.
The biggest reason I did it was because seeing my niece and my nephew's face. If you could only imagine their face and just feeling hopeless.
Hegel says financially things were already hard and they did not have renter's insurance.
Pretty much all of my son's clothes got destroyed. I've been wearing these since the fires happened because I don't have nothing.
According to Portland Fire and Rescue, lithium-ion batteries can be found in a lot of electronics. However, one big risk with them is thermal runaway. This is when the battery cell uncontrollably self-heats, leading to extremely high temperatures, eventually resulting in smoke and fire. Even more startling, Hegel's brother dealt with a fire in his apartment years back, reportedly caused by an electric scooter as well. Luckily, his damage wasn't as severe.
We're struggling, finding it hard to sleep. I would tell anybody that wants an electric scooter, really do your research. These electric scooters, the batteries in them, they're just, in my opinion, not safe.
Hegel says the landlord is not fining them and returned both their security deposit and this month's rent, but issued a 10-day notice to vacate. Portland Fire and Rescue says this was the second lithium-ion battery fire that day and have had similar situations at least 2 other times this year. A local nonprofit is asking for support after an early morning building fire. The team at Free Geek in Southeast Portland says a fire started outside their receiving and recycling area at about 2 a.m. Saturday. No one was hurt, but the fire caused damage to their donation center. Free Geek says they're closing until repairs can be made. In the meantime, they're looking to raise $25,000 in part to pay staff and replace equipment. We'll have more details in our story on KGW.com. It has been 2 days since more than 30,000 Boeing machinists walked off the job. Union members are asking for a 40% pay increase. The tentative agreement between Boeing and the union stood at 25%. A previous strike in 2008 lasted 57 days and cost Boeing an estimated $2 billion. After a year of financial troubles, there is pressure on the new Boeing CEO, Kelly Ortberg, to get a deal done as soon as possible.
He came in at almost an impossible time. But if this strike is resolved quickly, that would go to his credit to resolving it quickly. And Boeing actually could conceivably come out of this with a reset with labor relations and come out of it in a positive way.
Right now, there is no formal timeline for both sides to go back to the bargaining table, but both have stated they want to meet early this week.